Hello, everyone. This is the Rose Skull Podcast, and Zakk. So you hate Xbox? You hate it so much? No. Tell me about it.
Stares longingly at my old busted Xbox One, which is, oh my god, it turns 10 this year.
Oh,
I'm so proud.
Wait. Oh no, that's bad for me. Oh, that makes me feel a certain way. I don't like it.
Oh, I have a very funny Xbox, story as to why I got an Xbox, but...
Oh.
So, but I was talking about just video game companies in general being real silly billies about their marketing.
Yeah.
And just throwing everyone for a loop. Like, I had just gotten through the anecdote of the Wii being extremely successful among, like, more casual marketplaces. And then Nintendo made their sequel console, the Wii U.
The Wii U.
So everybody who doesn't follow the marketing, the video game market, was like, oh, it's the Wii. I.e., Nintendo's entire fan base went, oh, it's the Wii.
Yeah.
Except for everyone who actually bought a Wii U, which is universally loved and beloved by literally anyone who had one.
Wii was dope. Oh.
The Wii was cool. The Wii U was the best. I loved that big clunky thing.
I love the Wii U. I love playing Bayonetta.
I love how it's a 3DS on my TV. Yes, please.
Yes, please. I love Bayonetta 2. I love Bayonetta so much. What else? Mario 3D World was good. I like that.
Mario 3D World, Monster Hunter was on there.
Monster
Hunter was on there, and it had crossplay with the 3DS.
Really? I did not know that.
It was crazy.
What?
It was insane. So basically, it had crossplay in a really interesting way.
Yeah.
So you had your Wii U. And you could play Monster Hunter. It was awesome and cool. And you could go online. You could play online on your Wii U. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And you could download a separate app on your Wii U that could convert save data from the Wii U to the 3DS.
Capcom is bait. Oh my god.
So you could, because Monster Hunter at its core is like a mobile game series, right?
Yeah.
It's always been on like the PSP and the 3DS or whatever.
Right.
Until, relatively recently.
Right.
So, and that's just because Capcom wanted to make a multiplayer game, and in Japan, everybody plays like a PSP.
Yeah.
Everybody just has a game console that they bring with them. They play in the streets. And it's blessed and cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it works really great for a series like Monster Hunter. So, you and your friends could just go out to a bar one day, pull out your PSPs and play some Freedom Unite.
That's cool.
Have a day with the boys like that. Like everything is a LAN party over there. It's sick. So it wasn't the first attempt, but it was like a big push in the West for Monster Hunter. And it was like the first big push for a console release. But they still didn't want to alienate their fan base as a what do you call it? Like a portable market, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have it on the Wii U and you have it on the 3DS, that means you're going to have two separate fan bases for this primarily multiplayer game.
Right.
That's not going to work out very well, especially with a series as niche as Monster Hunter in the West. So what they did is that they just made it so that you could have both.
That's cool.
You could play it on the Wii U, and then you could take your data, transfer it over to your 3DS, and you can take it on the go, play it on the go. And then I don't think the 3DS had the ability to connect online.
Really? Wait, it did?
Well, the 3DS version of the game.
Oh,
didn't have the ability to connect online.
Yeah.
But you know what is so blessed about Monster Hunter 3U?
Whoa.
You could connect your 3DS to the Wii U.
Right.
So I would be on the 3DS and my brother would be on the Wii U. we would be playing together, and he would create a multiplayer lobby to bring other people from around the world into our lobby to play with us.
That's so cool.
So it's literally couch online co-op. It was so sick. It was so much fun to do.
That's cool.
Based game. So, obviously you don't need to worry about that kind of stuff anymore because online is so ubiquitous now.
Yeah, true.
And they're talking about doing crossplay with Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah. So,
the one that was at the Game Awards.
Yes, the one coming out in 2025, I think.
That's cool.
So crossplay would be cool.
And then that'll probably be on the Switch 2 or the Super Switch, whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever. Well, it might not be on the Switch at all. I don't know.
Oh.
Because, what do you even call it? The recent generation of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
They split the team into two.
Oh.
They had the main team working on Rise.
Right.
And then they had another team that worked on Worlds. And Worlds was specifically made for a more hardcore audience, for big, powerful console releases.
Right.
Whereas Rise was supposed to be the more portable release, so that, you could still keep to your core demographic and, push to the portable audience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hence why World has ridiculous graphics.
True.
Worlds came out 2017, I think.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's 7 years old now. And it's held up. It looks immaculate. Whereas Rise looked a little bit dated from the day it came out.
Yeah, no, it's trying.
It's trying, but I typically don't play Monster Hunter for the graphics either way, but
right there.
It's just funny to think about that. So Wild looks like it's being made by the World team.
Yeah.
So it might not get the port over to the Switch if they can't get it to work right.
Yeah, or it'll come over and look like Rise.
Yeah, it'll come over and I don't know, maybe you could have a different graphics pack for it. I always advocate for different graphic packs.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, true.
If it's run through, you can play Call of Duty on your PC with your crazy 4K rigged PC against somebody who's running it on a potato.
Right.
You can run a graphics pack that bases it off of the machine that you're running it through.
I advocate for it. I'm with you. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I hate PlayStation.
Go on.
Man, I should just leave it there. No, seriously.
It's funny if we just leave it there.
Okay, so we're around the same age. I grew up with having a PlayStation as my second console. My first console was a Sega Saturn. Loved the Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
Has no games on it, but it was a great time. And I was a tiny baby. I didn't know anything. So yeah. PlayStation 1 and 2 are great, and I will always advocate for them because they were
PS2's best console of all time, baby.
Yeah, it is. Switch is up there for me, but Switch would probably
Switch
always
is pretty good. I like the Switch. I like the idea of the Switch. PS2 though?
PS2. The time.
PS2, you turn on, you hit a button, it goes wow, and you're like, oh my god.
I'd be watching TikTok videos of just that. I'd be like, oh wee.
You're thrust into the void and you're surrounded by tiny cubes. You're like, now we're gaming. This is the future, baby.
This is the future. I love my PlayStation. I love my PS2. They are the kind of the epicenter of how I became a video game player, a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
The Switch will probably always be second in my heart to the PS2. With that,
the Switch is good, but man, it's so soulless.
I hope the second one is a little better because I can't customize it. The fans are bad.
Customize home screens, please.
That's crazy.
They had this working perfectly on the 3DS.
You had themes all up and down in 3DS. I can't have a Nier Automata theme on this thing. It's awful. I can't have a Bayonetta theme. You're pushing Bayonetta all the time on the Switch. I can't have my homegirl be my startup screen. Ridiculous. I can't have my Animal Crossing buddies.
I can't turn on my game and have Fly Me to the Moon, like resonate dulcetly throughout my ears as I scroll through which game I want to play. Come on.
Disgusting. I can have
even PlayStation got this right.
Yeah,
and PlayStation doesn't have a soul.
PlayStation sold their soul back in 2000. It's rough. It's rough. Well, I'll rephrase that. 2005, because I got the fat PS3, the big one that plays all the games.
Yeah, the blessed one that works and was the good one because it had backwards compatibility, and I could play Mega Man Legends on it.
The holy grail of it, even though the PS3 library it's something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's something. You have some gems.
I mean, if non-existent is something, then yes, it is something.
I realized when I became a teenager that I was becoming disenfranchised with Ratchet and Clank. Because I played it. I played them in reverse. I played Up Your Arsenal first, which is the third game, and they're all butt puns. Each game is a butt pun. I don't know why. So Up Your Arsenal, Going Commando.
I guess it is because it was edgy and cool and good for marketing at the time.
Which it's so trite. I guess.
It hasn't aged well, but
Yeah, and I kind of like Totally Hill because I like Dr. Slump. It's funny, but this. But I played the third one. And I played 2 and 1. Okay. The whole series, like I said before on here, it is just Banjo-Kazooie. Like, shamelessly. It's just Banjo-Kazooie with more gun.
See, but here's the thing. We need Banjo-Kazooie with more gun.
We kind of do, though.
We need more games that are willing to just be Banjo-Kazooie. Even Pokemon came out and made Pokemon Banjo-Kazooie. It's the best game that they've put out in the series, man.
Wait, which one is that? Which one?
Arceus, PLA.
True, you're right. No, you're right.
You have big open areas that you can explore at your leisure with a whole bunch of collectibles dotted the area that you have to get.
Brother, if you hit me with a mini game inside of my game, you've sold me. Arceus has that to the nines, and I love it every time. I love the Bloom Poppin'. The Bloom Poppin's fun. But yeah, I guess what would carry it through if they had a little bit more soul in the Ratchet and Clank games. Because I like Quark a lot. He can't carry the series. He just can't.
Yeah.
Because Ratchet is a boring protagonist. Like, if I said a word Ratchet to you in reference to this character, you can't even think of anything that he does.
No. If we're being real, I've never played a single Ratchet and Clank.
I mean, we're in the same boat. Not playing them and not playing them is the same thing.
Yeah, fair. I have not wasted my time then. Cool.
Yep, you have not.
More Monster Hunter for me, baby!
Yeah, play good games. And then
I only play based games.
The only good franchise I would say that was solely from like a company that Sony owned that was on the PS2, other than God of War, though I don't know about. I want to talk about God of War. Was Sly Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Sly Cooper,
so blessed.
It's the only good one. It's legitimately the only good one. I would throw Kratos under the bus for Sly Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Because the style not seen before, even like the gameplay, sleuthing and sneaking with 3D platforming hasn't been done before. Outside of like Metal Gear, you don't see a lot of sneaking around.
Even Metal Gear doesn't have platforming.
Exactly.
Like nobody, like there are some really good stealth games out there, but usually like the best stealth games ever are the ones that hard focus on stealth,
right? With
maybe a little bit of twinge of action. Like all the best ones ever are games like Metal Gear, Splinter Cell, to a lesser extent, games like Far Cry that have like stealth options or Elder Scrolls.
True, fair.
But those don't exactly have platforming. And dude, the movement in Sly Cooper is so buttery smooth. It feels so good.
It's euphoric.
To just move in that game.
And then they did what Sega had trouble doing. They had a multi-man character game in the third act. The third game.
Yeah.
Oh, and the characters are so good. I love. I forgot the hippo's name. Oh, that's funny. I forgot his name. The big pink one.
Oh no, I'm drawing a blank.
Morley?
No.
Benson's the turtle.
Yeah, I think it's Morty.
Morty. I love him.
Maybe.
They had the
Hippo man.
Search it.
Sly Cooper. Help Google, please. The very first thing. What the heck is the hippo doing? He is a fat, pathetic weakling.
Oh,
Murray,
yes.
I love my man Murray.
I love Bill Murray, yeah. And he doesn't wear pants, and that's kind of based. But yeah, they had it together. Oh, first time chat. Danny, I can't read numbers. Oh no. 20623 with very Pikachus. Oh, it's Minnie.
Very cool.
Hi, Minnie.
Yo.
It's nice to see you here. Minnie is from the podcast episode 14. He is a cool guy. But yeah, I like that the pickle. I can't talk. Hippo, yes. I like that the hippo doesn't wear pants because it's funny.
Yeah.
I like the turtle. I like the koala shaman. I like Panda Bubba, whatever his name is. He's Chinese and he has fireworks and that's cool. Yeah, he's very Chinese coded. They have a whole Chinese level.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
It's great.
Sly Cooper 1 is so just it's so blessed all the way through. It is just oozing with charm in every single orifice.
And here's the funny part. Sucker Punch was always the based company. Everyone else is a fraud. Like what's Naughty Dog's a fraud.
Dude, everything that Naughty Dog made before
Uncharted.
Yeah, well, I guess it started right before Uncharted because they did they had Jak. They tried to do Jak and Daxter Racing.
Yeah, Jak X.
And then, Jak X, and then they tried to make a Jak 4 on the PS3, but that wasn't Naughty Dog. They had some other company make that, I think. But everything up to Jak 3 from Naughty Dog is amazing.
And you know what?
They fell off a cliff and died.
I cannot, Uncharted is weird to me because Tomb Raider already existed.
Mm-hmm.
And I played Uncharted 2. I fell asleep.
I feel like Uncharted is kind of in the same boat as Ratchet and Clank, right? This is paying really heavy homage to a series. And a lot of people get to be like, well, they're stealing from the series. I could play Tomb Raider already, and that, it's fine. But on the other hand, man, I do love seeing more Tomb Raider out in the world.
Yeah. I agree. I just wish, in contributing to the pot, you bring your own soul to it. That's kind of like showing up to a cookout and you didn't bring any potato salad or any short rib. You just showed up and said, I'm here to eat.
I'm here to eat? What did you bring for me?
Myself, to grace you with my presence, idiot. Now move over, Grandma. That's my macaroni and cheese.
Oh, man. She spent 3 hours cooking that, man. What the?
3 hours in the hot kitchen.
In the hot kitchen.
And it's July.
It's July.
And now you have pushed her on the ground. Goodness, no. But yeah,
Sony.
I hate Sony.
Crash Bandicoot's blessed. I love Crash.
I like that he's back. I won't say it's soulless. It's different, not soulless.
It does feel different, but
it's
been 30 years almost.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to feel the same.
No, they're making some decisions that are a little alarm bell ringing. With it feels like agendas are being pushed, but we won't get into that. I don't know about that, but I hope they don't do that to Spyro because that's kind of my entire childhood. Oh Lord! But It's good. It's generally okay. I like it. I like that he's back. Jack, I've never been like a super Jack fan. I played 2 and 3. Jack's all right. He's not my favorite, but I give him a pass.
I would give 1 a chance.
1 is good. I've heard good things about 1.
Yeah, like because 1 is completely like 2 and 3. They decided to completely make unbelievably different.
Yeah, it's Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, like they turned into Grand Theft Auto, which is fine. It's still a great game. Yeah, they're still really fun games. But Jack 1 has like this splendid like spirit to it, man. Like they performed some wizardry on that game because they created this new engine that could like create it could like create a level and load it in as you played through it.
Oh my god. I've seen the animation. It's great.
Yeah. Like that was the thing that they kind of accomplished with Jack 1 is that it was pretty much the first game of its caliber that didn't have loading screen.
That's crazy.
Because they had the entire game like they created an engine. They made this thing just run in real time, which is something that pretty much is like a mainstay in video games now, right?
Yeah.
It's commonplace. Like Tears of the Kingdom does that for the most part, unless you're going to a shrine, but
yeah.
But back in the day, that was unique. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It felt so smooth to just go around and explore the whole world without stopping.
And that's what's kind of worrisome about like the state of PlayStation to me, because we have all these tools at our disposal to make things very realistic and smooth. But then we abandon super creative ideas like Jack and Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
For what? For like really boring realism that doesn't go anywhere. Like I played a little bit of Horizon. I can't.
Horizon Zero Risk?
I can't deal with it. I tried it. I had it on a PS4. I tried it, bro. I bought it with money, and I can't.
Like the issue that Sony's kind of getting into with a lot of their properties right now is the fact that they just kind of like, you think about the last, I don't know, 20 years of video games.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest things that always come up is like this strive to make graphics better and better and better and better and better, right?
Yeah.
And every time that a new game came out, everybody would be like, dude, they made the graphics better than the last game that came out that had the good graphics. And it was always like this crazy like arms race of graphics to make them the best ever.
Yeah.
And that's kind of lost its luster at this point.
Because to be honest with you, to be $100 with you USD, we hit the ceiling of fidelity, I'd say back in 2008.
We hit the ceiling of fidelity a while ago. You could still make games that look a lot better than the game that came before it. Like Diggity Dog, the wizards that made Red Dead Redemption 2.
True.
Like, that game is crazy good looking.
When Rockstar comes to work, they do come to work.
Mm-hmm. So, like, there still is like some room for, you know, trying to go for the graphical fidelity over everything.
Right.
God of War is not the series to do that with.
No, it's also not the series to turn into a soap opera, but I don't know anything.
I mean, God of War was always kind of a soap opera.
I mean, it's okay.
It's a Greek tragedy, which is kind of like steeped in drama.
It's like, okay, 1, 2, and 3 is kind of like a wrestling match. The two new ones are like All My Children on ABC.
Yeah.
I prefer the former as opposed to the latter. But
well, it's just the fact that they don't really do, like, you can have all the soap opera mechanics of it, right?
Yeah.
You could bring in Atreus and be like, oh, he's my boy. He may not be able to kill like me, but he's my boy. The battlefield is no place for a boy. Like, you can have all the funny boy memes, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, like, you're not going to do anything as powerful as, I think it was, I don't remember if it was God of War 2 or 3. But there's a scene where I think it's two.
It was two.
Where Kratos goes to Hades and meets up with his family because Persephone takes pity on him.
Right.
And she's like, hey, you're in a pretty crappy situation because of the gods. I, Persephone, am also in a kind of crappy situation because of the gods. Tell you what, all this nonsensical revenge, all this saving the world from the gods' malice nonsense, don't worry about that. Ares gonna do his thing. It's not your problem. Come here into Hades. Here's your family. Hang out with your daughter for a while. And then when Kratos decides that he needs to save the world, when Kratos chooses revenge, and when that choice is the right thing to do, his daughter, rightfully, doesn't want him to go. So she latches onto him going, Dad, no! Don't you leave me like this again. You just got back here. And in order to get her off of you, you have to do the same button mashing mini game.
Yes.
To push her off of you physically.
That's so good.
The same one that you have had to do to kill literal deities this entire time. It's that's video games to me.
It's like an artisan made that.
Yeah.
Someone sat down. Yeah.
That is actual, that was probably something that somebody just thought of and be like, hey, this would be a cool little mechanic. And then they created that. But when you think of video games, if you want to use the term interactive medium, if you want to get into the immersive nature of what a video game can be, that is going to be the hardest button mashing quick time event that you have ever done in your entire life, man.
Yes.
And it hurts. It hurts to do.
But that's the art of the medium. And on the topic, since we're in the same genre, okay, you brought up Atreus earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand him. You know why I can't stand him?
Yeah.
Because I've seen this done better before. I probably brought it up before. I can't remember. Do you know a character named Nero?
From Devil May Cry?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's that, and there's Viola. Now, I don't like and Viola's from Bayonetta 3.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are children of a player character. Nero.
Both of them reviled in their first appearance.
Oh, yeah. I hate Viola. Viola's terrible. But thankfully for Nero, he had a second game in DMC5 and became...
Thankfully for Nero, DMC5 is completely blessed in every way.
Unfortunately for Viola, she ruined Bayonetta 3.
Yikes.
However, I would rather Viola and her punk rock UK accent over anything Atreus says, because I swear every time I was playing the 2018 one, when he talked, I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. Why do you speak?
I hate this.
Why are
Silence, boy.
Silence, boy. There should be a parenting button where you can slap them.
There's a mechanic in I think it's Yakuza 3.
Oh.
Where depending on how you play the game and how much time you spend with your daughter character, you can get a Haruka's trust meter at the end of the game. They need to do that for God of War.
Really?
They need to rate you on how much of a vicious villain you were and how good of a dad you were at the end of the game.
And Atreus should be, I've said this before, a funny cartoon character because he's Loki. He shouldn't be like this meek little child. No one likes meek little child. Either make him a Kratos 2 or make him the polar opposite, in which he's turning people into chickens.
I mean, at the end of the day, dude, Kratos living in Atreus' cartoon nightmare world.
That's so good.
Sounds hilarious. Stop turning the townspeople into chickens, boy.
But father,
it's so much fun. Look at how they can vote. It's really better for them.
Look at all the eggs, father. You need your protein.
Did you say you needed your protein, father? I've created twice as many eggs as before. And by tomorrow, thrice the harvest.
Oh,
I don't know why he's British, but
good.
Something about Loki needs to be British.
I agree. He should be. He should invent.
Boy, Britain doesn't even exist. I know.
It will be fully formed by tomorrow, Father.
Oh, Lord. Like, honestly, when God of War 3 comes out,
yeah,
I want Atreus to completely take over the Loki persona, betray Kratos, kill him forever. He's gone. No more Kratos games ever. And then we get a Loki game where it's just Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
It's just Norse Metal Gear Solid. And you have to sneak around Yggdrasil and release the snake that eats the roots or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, they need something to inject interest into the series. I don't know how the sales are, though, to be honest.
People like it. I mean, the newest one did well enough to warrant DLC.
Yeah, and it's free, so yeah. Though I think that's the only pillar holding out up the house. I guess Peter, too, because they tricked people into buying Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And that's a video game, all right.
It got so many nominations for Game of the Year.
And didn't win one. Deserved. And that's the funny thing about Insomniac. They have never been good. Like, after Spyro, no, I can't. Like, after Spyro, no, not really. It's because Ratchet and Clank is okay. I'm not going to say it's the worst game ever, because that's a lie. But when I think of PlayStation, do I think, even like past the PS1 era, do I think of Ratchet and Clank? No, I go straight to Sly Cooper.
Yeah, you think Spyro, Crash, Sly Cooper, Tony Hawk. Those games.
Kratos now.
Yeah.
For a while when E3 was a thing, Kratos was kind of like the unofficial mascot of E3 because they kept showing off that time when he was revealed on the PS3.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, for God of War 3, yeah. So, like, yeah, no. But, I hate Pokemon now.
Well, that came out of,
I'm keeping you on your toes tonight.
Go for it. Go on.
I always like Gen 1 because I was born in the 90s, so I'm a Gen 1er. But not really.
Yep.
But Gen 2 is weak, but it's fine. Great game.
Gen 2 is a weak game. It is a perfect sequel.
It is. 3 is weird because I felt the Digimon pull when I saw Kyogre and Groudon.
That's fair.
I felt it, but I love Gen 3. Gen 4 is when my journey really started, because that's when they fixed the whole game.
Yeah.
They made it playable.
Gen 4, I kind of fell off of Pokemon for a little while.
Really?
Yeah. Gen 4 was the closest I ever came to until now, but to just stopping forever, because I didn't want to buy a DS.
Fair, yeah.
And I held out for a long time. I played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team.
Oh yeah, right. Because
because it was on the Game Boy Advance, and I didn't want to get a DS because I just didn't want to get a DS. And then Explorers of Time came out, and I went, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Then I got that, and I got Gen 4. It was all right.
And I have so many fond memories of Gen 4. Like, 3 is good because 3 has Coliseum. Coliseum is based.
Coliseum is based.
Like, and I feel so bad for my friend from high school because for his birthday, I got him Battle Revolution.
I'm so sorry.
That was a
Battle Revolution is a slap in the face to anyone you might call a friend.
Yeah, because like it was good for us because we had the DS game so we can play things in 3D because that was novelty at the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But as a game, it is booty. It's actually bad. Like, why did you make this a product? It's very revolutionary for its time because it was like one of the first online Nintendo games. But All
But
accolades.
good lord, how do you make a Pokemon Stadium game with less features than Pokemon Stadium?
You need mini games.
You need minigames.
You actually need them. That's where the soul is.
You need mini games. You need trainer school.
You need trainer school.
You need gym leader tower.
You need a boss at the end of Gym Leader Tower, either Mewtwo or Red or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's Gen 4. Cynthia.
also, you have Licky Licky, and he doesn't like the evolved form of Lickitung, and I cannot play a minigame where he runs around and eats the food. I can't see the funny little babies eat the food. Ridiculous. Get it out of here.
We added so many evolutions for old Pokemon. And you can't create funny minigames where the Pokemon changes depending on the cartridge that you put in the game.
You told me about that. That's so base.
It's so sick.
Oh, Scizor from
Getting to play Scizor in the cut game minigame was so cool.
Oh, man.
Because that's not just Scizor. That's my Scizor.
Yes. That's the soul. There it is. Man, like, okay, Gen 4, I like things about it.
I like things about Gen 4, but man, those games are hard to go back to.
Yeah, no. And then
those games are so slow.
They are.
And then Gen 5 was perfect afterwards.
Gen 5 is actually art and it's scary. I've only played the regular Black and White, but even regular Black and White is amazing.
Even regular Black and White is amazing, and those games are poopy compared to Black and White too.
Oh, that's crazy. I believe you, though. Because 5th Gen was all around just good.
Dude, you have not lived until you have seen the Pokemon World Tournament. The literal best end game in any Pokemon game ever.
You fight Giovanni and Red, if I recall.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You fight. It's not just Giovanni and Red. It is every gym leader.
Yes.
In the first 5 generations of Pokemon.
That's so.
Every champion in the first 5 generations of Pokemon. That includes Blue.
Yes. Blue
in
and
both. Blue and Cynthia. You get to go through the Champion Cup, and not only do you get to see you actually fighting alongside these guys, but you get to like watch the brackets to see who wins.
Oh, that's sick.
Be like, oh my god, Red and Blue are in the bracket. Who's gonna win? And then you see who wins. And it was cool to watch, just to watch the matchups and stuff. Be like, oh my god, Lance and Cynthia. Who's Dragon's gonna win? That's crazy. Yep.
Dragonite versus Garchomp, baby.
And while you didn't get to watch the whole match, obviously that would be painful. It was cool to watch.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you get to do that with every single gym.
That's amazing.
And then not only do you do like, and it's hard. It's really difficult.
As it should. Challenge in my Pokemon game.
Yeah, you have to have I don't know if you have to. You pretty much have to, because I played Black 2 recently on hard mode.
Ooh.
Don't know if that did anything, because hard mode really just messes with the XP values.
Yeah.
But I played it on hard mode, and I had to create multiple EV trained, fully bred teams.
Oh, snap.
To make it work.
That's hot. I like that. That's up my alley.
It was so good. So good.
So I'm gonna propose a scenario to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say they don't mess up Gen 10. Let's say they don't, okay?
And this Gen 10 is legitimately good?
Gen 10 is just PLA, but with good graphics. Let's just say that.
PLA, but actually playable.
PLA good. It runs on the Switch 2. It doesn't drop frames every 5 seconds, and it didn't cause me to get a fan for my Switch. Mm-hmm. Let's say that. They remake Gen 5 after Gen 10. You get the World Tournament again. Gen 5 remake is also good. The World Tournament's going on.
I'm so scared. Those words put fear into my heart, man. Gen 5 remake.
I know. It's scary.
I am so afraid of that concept. I don't want them to touch Gen 5.
It's going to happen.
They can't make it better.
But what if during the World Tournament gets crashed and Motorcycle comes in and it's West from Pokemon Coliseum
It's West from Pokemon's Coliseum, and then another motorcycle comes in. It's protagonist from new game, Scarlet Violet.
No, the little child.
West comes in with a motorcycle gang from multiple timelines.
Yes. Oh,
we have 3 different champions. We could have 3 different champions from. Technically 4 different champions from Gen 9.
Oh.
Because we could have male and female protagonists.
Right.
Each with their own box legendary.
Right, yeah, the 2 dragons, yeah.
We could have Nimona, and we could give her a Cyclizar. That would be fun.
Yeah, right.
Kind of fit all of them. And then we could have poopy champion from the game who sucks and is literally the worst champion ever, but whatever.
They did fix her. Her team is more appropriate now, but I mean, she's still bad.
Did they change her whole team?
I think she has a similar team, but they changed the order. So Glamora comes out first to start things up.
Well, there's that at least, but her team is still ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
Other than Glamora, her entire team is weak to either fire or ghost.
Because I think they gave her King Gambit. They did change her team.
Oh, okay. You need to give her King Gambit.
Oh, King Gambit's cooler than he should be.
Yeah, King Gambit's cool. Like for her, you need to give her King Gambit or Ghost Dog, whatever his name was.
Yeah, wait, let me look up her team. What's her name?
It's like, is it Grissa? No. S the champion Pokemon. I always forget. Because she's so bland and forgettable and bad and poopy.
Her feet are really big, and that bothers me.
For some reason. Dude, they let a kindergartner in the Elite Four.
Oh, yeah, it's a little baby, yeah.
Why do the Elite Four only have 5 Pokemon each?
Because the game is supposed to be easy.
Why are the games bad? Gita.
Gita, right. Which sounds like a cheese.
So yeah, they gave her King Gambit. Just fine.
Team DLC. Okay. Bulbapedia saved me. Okay.
Why does she have 2 psychic types?
Psychic is like the worst type in the game now, which is crazy.
Not really. I mean, Psychic is still pretty solid, but
like when
it just doesn't particularly excel in anything.
The reason why I say that is because do you know what they did with dark types? They made dark types immune to the ability Prankster.
Oh, that's cool.
Psychics don't have any extra thing.
Yeah, Psychic should Psychic usually has crazy bonkers abilities.
I mean, yeah, then you have Psychic Terrain. That's true. That helps.
And you have Psychic Terrain. Expanding Force is a thing.
Yeah, true.
Magic Bounce on a lot of...
Yeah, Magic Bounce is good.
A lot of really good Pokemon have Magic Bounce. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
King Gambit's good for this team. It still don't help her. Because I see a Psychic, a Grass, a Psychic, an Ice, and a Steel. Every single one of these are weak to either Fire, Ghost, or Dark.
Glamora. Oh, Gita, after completing Indigo Disc, further represents.
She updates her team.
She gets a Dragapult, which is good.
Oh,
and a Chestnut. Chestnut's
a cool inclusion. Why Dragapult?
Because
why not Baxcalibur?
That's a good question, because Baxcalibur is the one for this gen.
And we already have a champion with a Dragapult.
Yeah?
Leon had one.
Baxcalibur would make more sense, but oh well. Especially with the whole crystal theme with Glamora.
Yeah, whole crystal thing with Glamora. Dude, could you imagine you throw out Glamora, it throws out Toxic Spikes, and then her next Pokemon is, I don't know, a Abomasnow or something like that?
Right? Oh well.
Or Ninetales?
Yeah, which matches her hair, or like a Alolan Ninetales.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a Alolan Ninetales set the hail.
right?
dies instantly, then you throw out Baxcalibur, who literally can't die in the hail.
Oh wait, no. Before it dies, you have it do that light screen for ice moves. I forgot what's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do that. Then it dies. Then Braskala comes out with a defense buff, and then it's Dragon Dance.
It has a defense buff. It has an ability which heals it in hail.
Right.
It has a secondary defense buff because that's what Snow does now.
And then if you hit it with a fire move, that's another ability.
That's another ability, but
yeah.
But okay, all of that defense all in one, and then you give it leftovers.
Yeah, baby.
And then Dragon Dance twice. And then Glaive Rush until everything dies.
GG, I hope you bought a little fairy guy. Otherwise, uh-oh.
That thing would be a menace.
That game's hard again. I like hard game.
I mean, there's a reason why everybody loves Cynthia.
Yeah. Oh, Cynthia.
It's not just her Garchomp.
Yeah,
her Garchomp ain't even the biggest threat on her team.
Milotic.
They put Milotic on that team.
Milotic is funny to me because I forget it exists, and then it came back
and then
recently.
It comes out, you're like, oh god.
oh, you again. And Lucario is so interesting because Lucario is the laziest man on her team.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy to think about because Lucario is kind of good.
Yeah, especially Mega Lucario. They bring Megas back. I love Megas.
Megas are good.
Oh, Mega Lucario. Adaptability is crazy.
Adaptability on a fighting steel type?
Hey, yo. Flash Cannon is useful now. Let's go.
My brother had some really funny cheese with Flash Cannon.
Ooh.
Just taking off of Champions for a sec, but...
Yeah.
So, my brother had a Choice Specs Hydreigon double battle with Berserker.
Oh.
So the idea is that you have Hydreigon out, it baits out the fairy type Pokemon, and then it knows Flash Cannon, and Berserker has an ability that makes all steel type moves do 50% more damage.
That's good.
Choice Specs Flash Cannon kills everything.
Also, you can check out Keo the Third on Twitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. I forgot about Berserker.
Yeah, Berserker's cool. A lot of people didn't like him, but I thought he was okay.
I think he's funny. Because I like the Viking cat. This is an old meme that I don't think translates in the Japanese, but in the Pokemon the first movie, James, Jesse, and Meowth pose as Vikings to get the Ash in the game to trust them to ferry them to...
Oh yeah, the Swedes back in Pokemon the first movie.
Yes, so
I remember that.
So, and then I think Ash calls them Vikings and makes a football joke. But Berserker reminded me of that scene because Berserker is just a Viking.
That's blast. Yeah, I like that.
I like that a lot. I'm probably make that.
Berserker is also a great name.
It is.
Make more Pokemon to give us cat puns, please.
I like all the cats. The cats are great. I don't like that they turned Raikou into a Brontosaurus. That's kind of weird.
I hate what they did to them.
I mean, Walking Wake don't bother me too bad, but like the other two,
I think Walking Wake looks really ugly.
Fair? Nah, I ain't gonna argue. That's fair.
Like, Walking Wake looks really ugly. Brontosaurus Raikou is ridiculous.
And they think they're cute. They gave it Dragon Hammer because it has a long neck, like Executor.
How dare you?
I'm like, shut up.
Dare you?
Shut up, Game Freak, you're drunk. Go home. And then Entei, they turned to a Triceratops, which I'm like...
Why did you turn those three into dinosaurs?
Also, I've learned that Game Freak are cowards because they gave us Galarian birds, did not give us Dark Lugia. I'm still mad about that. The coolest thing about XD Gala Dark is you don't make canon. Man, okay, whatever.
Like... when it comes down to like the legendary dogs, right?
Yeah.
The Gen 2 roaming legendaries.
Yeah.
There's already established lore.
That
Ho-Oh created those three.
Yeah.
out of like dead Pokemon in the burned tower.
Right. So,
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. And then they don't make Ho-Oh a Triceratops. They don't even carry the joke all the way through. That's so lazy to me. I mean, if you're gonna go for broke, just do it.
Yeah.
But like, I hate all of them.
Make Ho-Oh a pterodactyl or something.
Yeah, just be goofy. I mean, we're already here.
Why not make those 3 the future versions? Robot Suicune would be so cool.
They made the Swords of Justice robots. The guys from 5th.
Dude, make the Swords of Justice ancient.
Because Unga Bunga, big mallet.
Yeah.
But
make the Swords of Justice ancient because they're based off of like 13th century French nonsense.
Because now they're robot samurais, you see. Or swordsmen, I don't know.
Just imagine Suicune. You know how Suicune has like the flowing mane?
Right?
Imagine the flowing mane, except it's like tubes and wires.
Yes.
That'd be sick.
I agree. And like the ribbons on the side are like holograms.
Yeah.
Oh.
I came up with that now.
Yes. That's so sick. Who
decided dinosaurs? Fire them.
And it's sad because most of the cavemen ones are pretty good. I'm not vibing with these legendary cavemen. I don't get them.
Yeah. Dude, what they did with Volcarona is truly amazing.
I love both versions of Volcarona. Good job on both. Because the funny dinosaur moth makes me laugh.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Also, futuristic moth is good and cool. But I don't care for Future Virizion because it sucks. Iron Boulder, Future Terrakion is too good, which is scary. And then Future Cobalion, the blue one, is weird. I haven't seen it do too much.
The Iron Boulder. Oh god, these are just pictures of rocks. Hang on. Iron Boulder Pokemon.
Also, they need to redo these names. They're all bad.
All right, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I like him.
He's good. Good design.
He looks like a Tonka toy.
He's good. Like a lot of future ones are either you're the best or you're kind of just trash.
Yeah. I like Iron Hands a lot.
Iron Hands is good.
I like Hariyama. He's cool.
Shout out to my boy Hariyama. We made it out of Gen 3. And he's good competitively too. He's very good.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
Iron Jugulus is the worst. They made Hydreigon bad.
I can't believe they made Hydreigon bad.
That's so funny.
How do you even accomplish that?
And the typing, it ain't even bad because he's just Yveltal. He's Flying Dark.
Yeah.
It's not even bad typing. Oh, they made Delibird the devil, apparently.
Yeah. They made Delibird like a menace.
He's Krampus. It's very good. But yeah, I like a lot of what they've done with these guys, but the missteps are big.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dinosaur things, I can't gel. Like Wake is the least offensive to me. Entei makes me want to vomit.
Yeah,
Entei's awful. I actually can't stand it because I saw him first on Pokemon Show and I'm like, oh.
My brother showed me Raikou and I was like, there's no way that's real.
I spat out my tea.
That is too stupid.
When they showed that at the DLC, the Pokemon Presents thing.
Pokemon Direct or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I spat my tea out my screen like, what is that?
My brother showed that to me. I was like, there is no way that got through testing. There's no way that could have possibly been approved.
What child did you show this and did they cry? All kids like a funny saber-toothed tiger. I know I did when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Everyone likes saber-toothed tiger. That's great.
That's why everyone likes Entei, because he's cool.
Yeah, he's a big lion.
Not Entei, Raikou.
Yeah, but still, he's a big...
Raikou was always my favorite growing up.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like Suicune, too, because he was super majestic, and he's on the box, and then you turn him into a Velociraptor, which is like... You missed the whole point.
Why would you make Suicune bipedal? First question.
Yeah.
Second question. Dinosaurs?
And not even like a majestic one, like a actual thing that hunts things down and eats them. Like, did you see Pokemon Forever? I saw Pokemon Forever.
Yeah.
He's a majestic spirit of the water. Or she.
Why not make them a water dinosaur?
Yeah, but then going back to your point, why dinosaur at all?
Yeah. If you're gonna go this crazy, just make him a crocodile.
Whatever.
A crocodile makes more sense than a velociraptor.
And then in the DLC, you can actually be the Pokemon, like you can control them.
Oh, that's cool.
And they have a lot of cool animations. They kept the elegant walking on water thing with Walking Wake. So in the water.
Okay.
So he's stomping around, but he's dainty with it when he's on the water's edge.
Is it charming?
No.
I was hoping it would be charming.
It's jarring.
Okay.
Charming.
So they didn't mean to be goofy about it. They just went, Suicune does this and he keeps his run cycle.
Yeah. They typed in the code, this particular Pokemon does not fall in water. Activate effect when stepping on water. It's something.
It's sad.
What is charming is watching Decidueye fly.
Fair.
Particularly the one from PLA. Because he flaps madly. He doesn't know how to fly. He's like,
Dude, everyone hates Decidueye. I thought he looked awesome.
I love Decidueye. He's cool.
Ronin Decidueye is so cool.
Oh, they hate that one. They're blind.
Yeah.
No, because he's like fall time, and he's like a cool fall like archer. He's cool.
And he's got the cool like Akatsuki hat from Naruto. It's like, whoa,
right?
And dude, his animation for his signature move was so sick.
It is. He shoots 3 arrows, bruh.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? He can actually
he does like a backflip kick and then shoots arrows as he's coming down. It's so sick.
Oh, that's true. He does do that. Ooh.
How can you hate this guy? He's awesome.
And he can actually beat up the other Decidueye because he has Scrappy.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But I like that one. I like that one better than the regular Decidueye. He's red.
I'm not sure which I like better. I like his design better. I like regular Decidueye being a ghost type starter a lot.
Yeah, because that's cool.
A ghost starter is sick.
That's why I like the crocodile from Gen 9.
Yeah.
Because he's so good. He's just Lyle the crocodile.
He's the best starter.
He is. Well, you know what?
Masquerada is cool. I like Balan Wonderworld as the weed cat. And his move always critting is cool.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say about Quaxquaval.
You don't like Shakira?
I like Shakira. Why is Donald Duck Shakira?
You're not going to like what I'm about to say.
You do like Quaquaval?
Quaquaval is the best water starter.
No.
Like, I'll say second to Greninja. Because the scaling is too crazy. Aqua Step is ridiculous, bruh. If there was ever like a Dan who was good to counter Blaziken's coolness, it'd be Quaquaval. Yeah. Oh, Quaquaval's great. And like, now what's funny about Masquerada, I can never pronounce his name correctly. I like that it's technically the best Protean user.
Yeah?
Because it beats Greninja because it has fairy stuff. It has ice stuff. It learns triple axle, which I didn't know until recently, which that's crazy. It gets Thunder Punch. And it's better than Cinderace because Cinderace has a very tiny move pool.
Yeah.
But my favorite
Cinderace is a menace.
It is. I love Court Change. Oh, Court Change.
Court Change is ridiculous.
Man, court change is funny.
Court change is something that should change the entirety of the metagame, and it kind of didn't.
Back in Gen 8, they wanted to say that because of Protean is the reason why they banned Cinderace, but it was because of court change. Come on now.
Yeah.
And then apparently that's not a problem anymore, which I don't see why, because he still has it. But Smogon
still has it, but the game has evolved so far. The game is way too fast.
Yeah.
To really revolve around like setup hazards and whatnot. Hazards work really well in like slower paced, plotting, methodical game.
Yeah, true.
That is not going to happen in a metagame with Annihilate.
Yeah, they actually banned Annihilate.
I know. They banned all the cool Pokemon in this generation. It sucks.
Which is funny because Garganical beats Annihilate.
Mm-hmm.
Terrestrialized flying baby, get owned. That's my favorite strategy. It works. It works now. It's great. Unless that abomination comes out, the Brontosaurus cat.
Yeah.
I hate Raikou. Raikou is messing up my whole game plan. I don't like it. Ban him. Ban him like the rest. But Digimon is cool.
Digimon's always been cool.
Cyber Sleuth is probably one of the funnest times I had with a Shim.
Oh, you had Cyber Sleuth?
Yeah, I bought it twice actually.
Fair enough.
I had it on the PS4, and then I learned the PS4 was a waste of money, and I got it on the Switch when it came out for the Switch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's Cyber Sleuth plus Hacker's Memories. I haven't got to the Hacker's Memories part, but I played a lot of Cyber Sleuth, and I got like a bunch of 99 level Digimon.
Based?
It's like, it reminds me of Shin Megami Tensei, having now played Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a cool format. I love it. Digimon's great.
Yeah, my homies love Digimon.
It's funny because you called me out on this once, and it's true. Pokemon Coliseum will turn a Pokemon fan into a Digimon fan.
Yeah.
Because it has the same energy. It's the same energy.
It is kind of the same energy when you think about it. It's got Pokemon Coliseum definitely has like edgy 2005 energy.
Which is what I want to live in.
Mm-hmm.
Forever. Because it feels better than 2010 slop when people are trying to push kind of mediocre cartoons on you and treat them like the second coming of the 90s, which they weren't. Like,
yeah, it's not really that. Yeah, it's not really like the problem with the newer stuff is that a lot of it doesn't try to be anything.
Yeah.
They don't want to take risks. They don't want to do anything that will... They want to do just enough to make them stand out, but not enough to get them in trouble.
Exactly.
Whereas, like, older games like that... Dude, Pokemon Coliseum starts with you performing an act of terrorism 4 years after 9/11.
Yes.
Like,
like that's crazy.
Protagonist.
He comes in with his glasses all cool, like, I'll be taking that armband.
I'll be stealing this from this criminal organization. You're like, oh my god, this is crazy. And like that energy is so unabashedly itself that you can't help but love it, despite how cringe it is.
That right? And he gets into his Final Fantasy VII motorbike.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's great. I haven't played Mario RPG recently. We're jumping all around because this is there's no chapter this week, everyone. Just so you know.
Yeah,
because we haven't talked about One Piece yet. Because there's no chapter, or we're flying by the seat of our pants. Deal with it. What I learned about Mario RPG recently is that the old, like, busted designs of enemies that don't make any sense translate so beautifully in high fidelity. And I felt this way too about the Final Fantasy VII remake. I love the old busted stuff because they look so cool when they're redone. It's like a robot with lobster claws and a mane. Why? I don't know. It's base though.
We only had so many polygons that we could shove into this game. We had to have crazier ideas that could translate well with less, I guess, like, artistic effort.
Yeah.
And like it's really hard to make a realistic person on early PS1 technology.
True.
You put lobster claws on a motorcycle, you immediately can tell, okay, that's lobster claws on a motorcycle.
Very pog.
That's cool.
Bruh, I saw like the weird clown brothers for the first time in Mario RPG. I wigged out like, oh, they're weird. Yeah.
Remember Weird?
Oh, Weird's good. Or this weird dog covered in like curly cues with 4 eyes that wants to eat you in the sewer. Why? I don't know its base though. He looks like that weird yellow monster from like PBS. It's great. Yeah. I like Digimon. I like the old RPGs. I cannot get into anything else that's not Final Fantasy VII when it comes to Final Fantasy. I can't. I love Barrett.
Final Fantasy VI is amazing.
Oh, I've heard about it.
I love it. You might like Final Fantasy III. They had a really good remake on the DS.
Fair.
Final Fantasy III is like, you take the idea of Final Fantasy, which is like this idea of 4 individuals, which are supposed to be you and your friends,
right? Go
off and have a big grand adventure.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy III makes it thoroughly kid-pilled. It's 4 kids playing in the backyard having a grand adventure together, and it's awesome. It's cool, and I like it.
That's cool.
It's like whimsical. And dude, the soundtrack is so good.
I do love whimsy on a good soundtrack. Have you ever played Dragon Quest?
I never got into Dragon Quest.
If you want to start, I'd say 11's not a bad one. The one that's in Smash. The purple guy.
Yeah.
He's not bad. 8's not bad. 8's good. 8 was my first one. They had a remake on the 3DS, but the original's on the PS2. I don't know if it's on anything else. I would have to check. It may be on the Switch now. But 8 is pretty solid. Very grand adventure. It's imagine Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
It's basically just Dragon Ball. Like 8 is the closest to Dragon Ball Dragon Quest has ever been. 11,
which is kind of what Dragon Quest is supposed to be. I mean, they got Akira Toriyama, for God's sake.
I mean, yeah. 11 feels like Chrono Trigger. A little bit. Like
which is also what you should want to do. More games should try to be Chrono Trigger. Oh my god, Chrono Trigger.
I would love it if Oda made a Chrono Trigger. Or like did the art for Chrono Trigger. A Chrono Trigger.
One Piece in like a Chrono Trigger style would be so sick.
Yes. But no Straw Hats or anything. Just like totally original characters.
Oh, that'd be cool too, yeah.
Because like Odyssey is kind of bad.
Yeah, Odyssey's kind of bad, but Odyssey doesn't have good, cool mechanics.
Not really, no.
Can you do team attacks in Odyssey?
You can.
Oh, fair enough.
But
maybe it is good.
It's slow, though. It's so slow. And meandering. Like, it's not...
Yeah, it feels like it would be that way.
Now, the team attacks aren't as cool as the new ones they put in Mario RPG. Brother. Oh... You can have like Bowser, Mallow, and Mario hop inside Bowser's clown copter.
Oh my god.
And they rain thunder and fire from the sky.
That's amazing.
Oh my god, it's sick.
That's so cool.
And each team combination has their own special attack. Like you have but they all include Mario, of course.
Yeah.
Mario, Gino, and Mallow, you summon the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart.
Cool.
And they're skating on Rainbow Road. Then they come in front of a big blue star and they cast like Stellar Starstorm from Earthbound.
Very neat.
All the Peaches are like healing stuff. I haven't gotten them all. Oh no, yeah. I got this one. Peach, Bowser, and Mario is sick. Peach casts some sort of attack that makes Bowser go up to the sky, and then he's in his shell. And then Mario pulls out like an invincibility star, hits Bowser with it, and then kicks the invincible spinning shell into your opponents.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, it's so sick. Oh! And then I think Mario, Peach, and I can forget what theirs is. It's some healing thing. I forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. It's based. I love it a lot. I hope they put Team Attacks and Paper Mario in the future.
Yeah, I hope they learn from remaking this game that people want and like Mario RPGs.
And much like with the racing games that we talked about like a few months ago, you can have 3 of these things running at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have your Paper, you have your you can have your Superstar Saga and your Lone Adventure.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you would combine like Superstar Saga and like the RPG style together.
I mean, Paper Mario and Superstar Saga just feel like I wouldn't want 3 separate RPGs. I would like them to focus on at most 2.
That's fair.
Because like if you have 3 different teams trying to make 3 separate RPGs, the very first thing that they're going to be told by corporate is, hey, there's 2 other RPGs coming out and we can't let them all be the same.
That's fair.
And then they're going to be too busy focusing on a gimmick that makes them stand out and not focusing on making the game cool and good.
Fair.
That's what makes Mario RPG so special and good, because it never been done before.
Because thinking about it now, like, you could take the systems already done in the Superstar series and apply them to characters like Geno or Mallow or Wario or Waluigi.
Could you imagine a QTE of Mario and Peach throwing each other around to do a big heal?
That's cool.
In the same vein as Superstar Saga?
That's cool.
Where you have to remember button combos to get your super moves off? To get Geno Whirl out?
That's so good. Or like a team attack with like Wario and Mario, and it's just infighting, but they end up beating up the opponent.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you have to mash the 2 different buttons in sequence?
Yes.
And the more you mash, the more damage does? That'd be fun.
Wario punches, you mash a button, Mario swings to the right, Mario kicks, Wario spins to the left. It's
well,
great.
I was thinking, it's not even that, it's just those 2, like, in a big old dust cloud of flailing limbs, ramming into the enemy team.
Oh, that's good, I like that.
And dragging them into the dust cloud.
That's sick.
And then you hit a QTE button for every enemy it hits until it gets them all, brings it into the middle, and then everybody just like sprawls on the ground, stands up, looks at each other angry, and then stands back into place.
That's good. No, we take that. That's good.
Well, you could put so much soul into that kind of stuff.
You really could, because like now you got me thinking. Even like Daisy, since Daisy's in Wonder, she could be a party member at some point.
Could you imagine Luigi and Daisy?
Bruh.
Or like imagine like Luigi gets electric powers. He throws an electric ball in the air and Daisy is spiking it with a tennis racket at the enemies.
Yo. I like that.
Like that's a move in Superstar Saga, except it's Mario throwing fireballs and Luigi smacks it down with a hammer.
That's good.
But I like it with a tennis racket.
I like it too.
Or maybe you could have different timings depending on the difficulty you choose, and she pulls out different sports equipment.
Yeah, like cleats, because she's in the
Well, no, I'm saying like if you do like the easy mode, then it's like a high toss, and then you spike it with a
tennis racket.
If it's like medium difficulty, then it's more like a roll, and then you can hit it with a golf club, or you can do a fastball and smack it with a baseball bat.
That's good. I like that a lot.
Because like a lot of the games have like that kind of polish. Like, I love Superstar Saga, and I will gush about that game all day.
Please, yeah.
The ability to tie your... What is it? they tied the difficulty of the move to the amount of points that it costs.
That makes sense.
So early on, you would have to spend like all of your points. You have to spend all your mana to use your move. And then it would be like, okay, it's going to stop the screen. You have to hit the button here. You hit this button here and then this button here. And then you do that a couple times. You're like, well, yeah, that's pretty good. And then you can hit a button that gets rid of the slowdown.
Yeah.
And it makes the move cost less.
Mm.
And then you get rid of a button that gets rid of the button prompts. And it makes the move cost less.
That's good.
So it's literally like as you're playing the game, you're learning the button combos in a pretty much controlled environment.
Yeah.
While it also simultaneously rewards you for learning the button combos.
That's base, bro.
So like you have this constant like stream of rewards, but it's not like Diablo rewards where like you just get a big old chest that explodes everywhere.
Yeah.
You're rewarded for doing good at the game.
Which in itself is rewarding because
which in itself is rewarding, and then it costs less to cast. So you can do your favorite super move more times because you took the time to learn it.
like a fighting game.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's sick. I love that.
But you know what's even better about that?
What?
If you decide to try to experiment and purposely hit the wrong button, sometimes it'll unlock a different super move.
That's sick. That's so sick. Oh, I love that. That's great.
You can unlock a new super move. It's so sick.
That's so cool, bro.
So not only does it reward you for like, you know, needless repetition, learning your combo, getting good at your combo, and allowing you to use it more, but it also rewards you for creativity and experimentation with new moves that you came up with because you hit the button.
And that makes it feel limitless.
It's amazing.
I love that. Bring that series back, Nintendo, please.
Ooh. Oh, what a good game. What a good game.
And I know I'm speaking for my Smash enthusiasts here. I don't want Geno to die.
Yeah.
I don't want that. He needs to be because he feels like the blue guy in Mario. You ever heard about this?
No.
Like when there's
like how Mario has a character with character. Like they have a character from every color, I guess.
Yeah, because like for example, in Sonic, to flip the script, there's no real green guy. There's Vector, but Vector doesn't show up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So in Sonic,
I guess they tried with Jet, but
yeah, Jet too. They tried with Jet. He doesn't really stick. Like that's why in the comics, especially, they always try to fill the void of the green guy. Because first it was Scourge, and then recently it was the girl, the Tenorek. I forgot her name. Surge. Yeah, Surge the Tenorek.
Yeah.
So they try to fill the void of the color that's missing. In Mario, there hasn't really been a blue guy. Because there has been anyone who like only wears blue. There's been like enemies like Kamek.
Yeah, I feel like that's just because Mario and Luigi already wear blue.
Yeah, but like green and red are like their like primary colors.
Yeah,
because like Wario's yellow, for example, and then the purple one would be Waluigi.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a cyan one if you want to go that route in Rosalina. But like cyan and blue are different, even though they're not, but they're treated differently in media.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point is, don't let Geno die. He's cool. I see why people like him now. And I like the fan fiction of him being a warrior of Rosalina.
Yeah, that's cool.
You ever seen that?
Because he is about stars.
Yeah, he is a star thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this whole bit about him being like a Luma, which I like.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so can't wait for Kuma to punch that spider.
We're still waiting. It's been closed fist for far too long.
Far too long. What's our time looking like?
We've been here hour and a half?
Hour and a half. Well, I mean, how you feeling?
I am very tired today.
All right, so we'll end it there.
Well, before we end it there, I think that you should go to youtube.com and subscribe to Polypede Works.
And while you're there, subscribe to Reddit Sephiroth. Bars open, boys.
Don't be dodgy. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.